Hello everyone, and today you're joining me from my kitchen because I've just been making some brownies with my son. Now, I had another question on Ali M's Beauty, which was, what is your most relied upon product, both skincare and makeup?
Me.
And I also had a request. You're my most relied upon person, but shh, don't tell Daddy. And also a request to do the blue eye makeup tutorial. So the first question was from Not Fit for Print Beauty, and I'm going to show you her channel up there in the corner. You should see her face coming up, and her link will be down below in my description bar. And that was her question. And then the other question came from Stacey, and Stacey wanted me to do the blue eye makeup look because I said I did it slightly differently. So this video will be in two parts. But first of all, I thought I'd do my skincare first. So I tend to rely on wipes just to get the first bit of my makeup off. You know, that uncomfortable feeling at the end of the day. But it's not good to use wipes because they can be quite harsh on the skin. Now, these Aldi wipes are very good, and they cost, I still haven't done my nails, by the way. They cost about just over £1, and they're quite good. They're very good. They're quite wet as well. I don't like wipes that are not wet. But to avoid that kind of roughness of wipes, which isn't very good for your skin, what I tend to do is I put on a cream cleanser first. And I love this cream cleanser, which is by Weleda, called Almond Soothing Cleansing Lotion. So it works really well. So I'm going to do that now and show you what I do. And then I take it off with the wipe. So it's kind of getting the best of both worlds, really. You're not using up all your tissues or cotton wool. You're using a wipe. But you're not actually getting the roughness of the wipe. And I just find that this really helps. And this is really good if you've got sensitive, dry skin, this cleanser. But any cleanser would do, that your favourite cream cleanser. And then I just take my wipe and then remove, like so. And that is how, in the morning sometimes, how I cleanse my face. But also at night, it's my first step to getting rid of my makeup. And it works really well. Now, the other thing that I use, I've come to rely on a lot recently, because my skin gets quite dehydrated, is face oils. And you know that I kind of mix and match between a few. I've tried a couple of Aldi ones now, which are great. The nighttime one is perfect and I love it. And of course I got one for Mother's Day from Aldi as well that came out last week, which is a rose one. But the other one that I've been using a lot recently is this one that my sister gave me, and it's called Rehydrating Facial Oil, and it's by Neals. And I just love the feel of that on my skin before I apply moisturiser. What I tend to do is put a few drops in my hand, rub it in, and then I let it sink in for about 5-10 minutes before I apply my moisturiser. So those are my most kind of relied on skincare products, but I do tend to mix and match. And of course the one staple is Charlotte's night cream. It's my all-time favourite, but you all know that already. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment and we will do my blue eye makeup tutorial. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, I missed one product, which is this eye gel from Aldi at the moment. I love this because it is so moisturising, but it's a gel and it's supposed to be used at night, but it's just so soothing and moisturising on the eyes. And you can put it on your eyelids, you can put it all over, and it moisturises your eyes, but it doesn't cause my eyes to start running, streaming. So I use it in the daytime as well, and it is $3.99 a jar, and that is for, how many mils is in here? 15 mils. So as much as Charlotte's eye cream. I just love it. So refreshing and so soothing that I've been using it at night and in the day. Really love it. But that's kind of my new relied on. and one of my oldest relied on products, I'm sorry, but there's too many for me to just state one, is of course Unisex Healthy Glow, which I'm going to come on to next. Okay, so let's move on. So I was also asked about my most relied on makeup product, and I'm probably repeating myself, but it has to be Unisex Healthy Glow. Especially at the moment, it just saves you putting a lot of foundation on. Now, a couple of you, Ballroom Diva, i.e. Julianne, wanted to say that she is a shade 3, and I know that's why I said shade 3, like from shade 3 below you might want to, but shade 3 you're probably going to be okay. But also there was someone else, and I'm sorry I've forgotten the other person, but they said that if you're a bit on the fair side, as they move into the winter time when they get fairer, if they mix this with moisturizer, they can still get away with using it. It kind of waters it down. So if you are fair and you want to try this, that is a little tip that, not from me, but from my Ali Pallies. So you just mix it with some moisturizer and you can try it. I'm going to show you this again because I'm going to put this on today to save me putting on full coverage foundation to stay indoors. And I'll just put it on half my face so that you can see. It really is, in terms of my hyperpigmentation, evening out my complexion, an absolute game changer for me, and has been. I'm on my 3rd tube of it, and I am thinking of stocking up some more in the sales. They've got everything 20% off at John Lewis at the moment, so I was considering purchasing another one. But as you can see, immediately compared to that side, it just evens out. And if I just put some more here, you can layer it up, you'll see it starts to get rid of dark circles. It's just perfect, and it moisturizes. The only thing is it doesn't have sun protection in, so you can see that side and that side. That has to be my most relied on makeup product. The other one I would say is possibly at the moment Gimme Brow by Benefit. As I've said before, I love Charlotte's Legendary Brows, but Benefit's just quicker. And I have about 3 travel sizes. One of them sits in my car, and if I want to just do my brows, just quickly stroke it through and they're done. And of course, Daniel's micro red lipstick is always great to just quickly pep up my face and brighten up my face. So I hope that's answered all Rebecca, aka Shoshana. She's been so lovely to me during this time with my dad and everything that's been going on. She's just been a wonderful friend, and I just want to say, please go and watch her channel. She's so good and she's so knowledgeable. She just kept in contact with me all the time when my dad was unwell. And sometimes, you know, for days I just didn't get in contact, but she was still there, and she let me kind of rant on, first of all, you know, about how my dad was sobbing into my arms, and then just quickly flicking onto what makeup palette do you think I should get next, when I just couldn't talk about it anymore because I was spent emotionally. And so, you know, she's just a lovely friend, as you all are, and you've all been wonderful. But I did want to give her a special shout out because you're lovely, and you'll always be Shoshana in my mind because that's how I came to know you, which is why I always say Shoshana, aka Rebecca, aka Not Fit for Print Beauty. But do check out her channel. It's really good. I'm not just saying that because I love her, which I do, but actually she's so knowledgeable, and she has a great variety of brands and products, far more variety than I have. I kind of stuck on Charlotte Tilbury a lot more. So do go and check her out. But now I'm going to get on to do this blue eye makeup tutorial, which I promised for Stacey. Okay, so Charlotte has got in this eyeshadow quad her Prime Enhance, Smoke and Pop. Now, as you know, if you look at any of her tutorials up till recently, you'll know that she always says, right, start with the primer and put it over your entire lid. Then go in with the enhanced shade and put it over the mobile lid and into the socket, and then go in with the smoke and put that into a windscreen wiper into the socket, and then finish off with the pop shade. Now, I think that works beautifully with a lot of her palettes, but these colour-coded palettes, particularly the green one and this one, perhaps not so much with the other two, it doesn't work so well because it's kind of layering the eye makeups over one another. And the thing is that if you mix, anybody that's kind of done basic art will know that if you mix, here's the enhanced shade. If I mix that and then I put the blue over the top, it's going to make the blue look green. Actually, that's showing it up really well. I promise I'm going to do my nails by tomorrow. So you can see it's just affecting, whereas if I put it on its own, you can see it's blue. But if I put it on over the enhanced shade, it starts to look a bit muddy and not really blue and not really green or grey. It just looks like something else. So what I found, the way to apply this particular eyeshadow is to do it in reverse. So instead of going prime, enhance, smoke, pop, I start off with pop and then I go backwards. So let me show you what I mean. So first of all, I'm going to take the pop shade and I'm going to go over my lid with the pop shade like so. This way you're not layering that gold underneath and it's keeping the colour true. Now this one is quite sticky, so it doesn't blend particularly well, which is the same as the blue in her Icon palette. Right, I'll quickly do the other one and whiz through it. Quick aside while you're seeing this, I've decided I'm going to take my nail varnish off and I'm not going to replace it for the time being because nail varnish is an infection risk when there is infection control issues around. So I'm going to have bare nails for the time being. Okay, now a little tip here. If you want this to really stick really well, then you can put an eyeshadow pencil underneath. But I wouldn't, again, use any of her colour chameleons because they will all affect the colour. NYX do a white eyeshadow primer, or you can use a blue one. Charlotte did do one on special edition, but if you get a blue one, I got a blue one actually by, let me just see, I'll find it in here and I'll show it you. Shiseido do a lovely blue cobalt eyeshadow pencil, and if you put that underneath, then it will ensure that it stays true. If I just put some of this on the eye, line my eyes with it, then you will see it kind of helps it to stick. So just in case you're putting it on and you think it's not looking that blue on me. Now normally I will put pop shades on with my fingers, but at the moment, because of this virus, I'm kind of getting out of the habit a bit more of using my fingers, even though they're clean. I just think it doesn't harm to reduce the amount of times that we touch our face. So it just helps it to stick a bit more and help it to remain true. So that's a little tip. So if I put some of this underneath, you don't have to do this. You don't have to buy this, but it's just if you got a blue eyeliner, you could use a blue eyeliner. It says she, I've just put my fingers to my face. Habit, because fingers are the best blenders in the world. And then I'm just going to get my smudge brush and I'm going to apply some of that pop shade below over the top of that eye pencil. Okay. And of course you could use Charlotte's blue pencil that goes with this palette. Okay, and then what I do is I'm going to use the smudge brush and I'm going to take this smoke shade and I'm going to put that one on next. So we're going pop, smoke. And I'm loading up the brush and I'm going to pat that onto the corner like so and up into the socket and then out into a straight line. Now this is what suits my eye. You might have another way, but because I've got hooded lids, this kind of shape suits my eye because it hides the hood. And then I'll take my blending brush back, give it a bit of a clean so there's not too much shimmer shade on there, and then blend that out. Now the other side. Okay, and I'll take a little bit of that smoke shade and just link it up with what I've done on the corner there. I might have to do some clean up on the edges here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the enhanced shade. So with the enhanced shade, I'm going to take a clean blending brush. I'm just going to clean off this one. And I'm going to use this as a transition shade. Now it's quite dark, but don't worry if it comes out too dark, because then we're going to finish off with this lighter shade, which will then lighten it. So that's why it's really good to do it in this order. So I'm going to take the enhanced shade and I'm going to then take this up here and I'm going to take it just above the socket. But you can see it starts to look quite dark, but do not worry at all at this moment in time. And then I'm going to take this side. Okay, now as you can see, it's now looking a little bit dark, but I'm now going to get a clean smudge brush to continue this look. Okay, so now using a clean smudge brush, I'm going to take the prime shade and I'm going to just pat that on up here and let it overlap with what I've just done. As you can see, it's going to take the darkness. Then clean blending brush again and just blend those two together like so and like so. And then I'm going to take the prime shade with the smudge brush and pop some here and a little bit under here just to brighten it up. And if you think it's getting a little bit too dark in the corner, you can just take some and put it over the blue like that. Okay, now I still don't like that. It's still too dark there, so I'll just take a little bit and dot it over the top so that it mixes in with that enhanced shade and makes it slightly lighter. So I'm just dotting it on and then blend it in with the clean blending brush again. So there you have it. So I'm going to finish off by putting doing my brows and my eyeliner, and I'm going to use the blue eyeliner and some black mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, I haven't done my mascara yet, but I've been meaning to show you this. So you can, of course, I've tight lined and done the top with the matte blue of this liner. But as I've been saying a lot, you can mix and match these and to give a lovely drop shadow effect. So I'm going to use the copper pencil metallic one, and I'm going to put that in my lower waterline because it will contrast with the blue and give a lovely effect. There you are. And vice versa, you can do the same. If you're using the copper quad, you can put the blue metallic eyeliner in your lower waterline. That's what I love about these. They're so versatile. Okay, so I'm just going to do my mascara and my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to do my lips next because there is something else that I've relied on. You see this little brush kit, which I got from Charlotte Tilbury a couple of years ago, which has got all my travel brushes in. It's got a heated eyelash curler. It's always got a travel mascara in. And if you see here, something else it's got in is this lipstick, which fits in perfectly. And a Pillow Talk lip liner that got short enough to fit in here as well. So this is a kind of relied on staple that can sit in my bag. So I quickly go over with Pillow Talk. This is the original. Very roughly, because it's not sharpened. And then this lipstick, which I have loved ever since I purchased it. So it sits now in my little brush case. And this is also because my lips get quite dry and flaky. And this just instantly revives them. This is Everlasting Kiss Superstar Lips. It's my favourite colour of this formula. I love this. And it is sort of almost my perfect nude. Very like supermodel. It's sort of this version of supermodel, I think. And I think when it came out, I was giving it rave reviews, as you probably remember. So all that needs to happen now is I need to put a bit of bronzer on, which I shall do. I'll get myself, I've got my little brush here. I'm just going to do a bit of a sculpt. So this is Film Star Bronze and Glow. Again, as I did yesterday, if you want to just make sure that this is blended and ties in, just take some of that bronzer and window wipe into the socket. It just enables everything to come together and make sure it's blended. And then highlighter. I do have to clean this up. And of course, I haven't put on any concealer today, which shows up when you're using blue, because you do have to have quite a flawless complexion. So this would probably be better with a bit of concealer rather than just Unisex Healthy Glow. I shall put some on before I do the final photograph. And then I definitely need some blush, don't I? Definitely do. 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to use Peach Gasm, because this goes beautifully with blue. Then blend this in, making sure I blend it in with a finger that does not have blue eye makeup on it. And then I am going to finish off by showing you the concealer, because I will also show you how it kind of tidies up the corners of my eye makeup. Okay, today I'm going to use this Instant Anti-Age Eraser by, is it Maybelline? I think it is that does this, isn't it? I'm sure it's Maybelline. I know a few of you use this. I've forgotten how you twist it. Let me just figure this out. I'll be right back. Okay, it's like that. I'd forgotten. Okay, so if I just do this and I take this up here, then we will kind of clean up what I've done there. And this will make a huge difference to the eye makeup look once this is on. And then just to make sure, I know I've already put highlighter on. I've done this in slightly the wrong order, but I'm just going to put some down the centre of my face, just to make sure that my eyes don't look too bright compared to the rest of my face. And I've probably covered a lot of my highlighter, but doesn't matter. So that is my look for today. Thank you for joining me. Sorry, a bit longer than I'd expected, but thank you for all your questions. Keep them coming in. And I'm going to do another requested video also by Stacey, which is to do a look using one of Charlotte's existing palettes on one eye and one of her new eyeshadow quads on the other, to see how different they look. And I thought it would be useful to do Charlotte Darling on one eye and the new copper quad, to see how different they look on the eyes, because they look slightly different when you swatch them, but I'm not sure how different they would be when you apply them. So that's my next video coming up. Thank you for joining me. Keep the questions coming in. Love you all. Stay safe, everyone. Stay home. Stay safe. Mwah.